And prime accused of Republic Day violence and Red Fort raid, Deep Sidhu has been arrested from Karnal after being on the run for 2 weeks. He will be taken to the Tees Hazari court. In fact, actor turned activist Deep Sidhu has been on the run since massive mobs had laid siege to Red Fort, went on a rampage and hoisted the Nishan Sahib flag at a pole meant for India's national flag. The police have said that last few videos of Deep Sidhu were uploaded by his friend from California so that authorities couldn't track his location. He used to make videos and send it out to his friends, and she uploaded, in fact, one of his friends would upload it from a foreign location on Facebook. Cops had earlier announced a cash reward of 1 lakh rupees for any information that could help arrest Deep Sidhu. Sidhu was pictured along with several other protesters. Deep Sidhu, while on the run, had released several videos claiming his innocence.
ये जो 26 तारीख को लाल किले और दिल्ली के अन्य भागों पर जिस तरह से हिंसा और उपद्रव संगठित हुआ था, उसमें ये दीप सिद्धू नामक का शख्स प्रमुख भूमिका निभाया था। इसकी तस्वीरें पब्लिक डोमेन में है, आप सबने देखा है। इस आरोपी दीप सिद्धू के ऊपर 1 लाख रुपया का इनाम भी घोषणा किया गया था। इस आरोपी दीप सिद्धू को दिल्ली पुलिस की स्पेशल सेल की टीम ने गिरफ्तार कर लिया है। आगे की तफ्तीश जारी है।
Let me cut across to Himanshu Mishra, joining us live from Delhi Police Headquarters. Himanshu, Deep Sidhu, the poster boy of the Republic Day violence, has now been arrested. Can you take us through exactly what the police is probing into? Sidhu claims conspiracy, time and again put out videos on social media platforms claiming innocence. But the question is, why was he absconding? And now the police have arrested him. What is their investigation process? What are they looking into here?
देखिए, सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि दिल्ली पुलिस को इसके कई सोशल मीडिया से जानकारी, कई सोशल मीडिया पे प्रेजेंस दिखी थी, जो लगातार पुलिस को जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन क्राइम ब्रांच इस केस की कर रही है। खासतौर पे जो रेड फोर्ट पे जो वायलेंस हुआ था, उसकी पूरी जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन है वो दिल्ली पुलिस की क्राइम ब्रांच कर रही है। और क्राइम ब्रांच के पास कई ऐसी जानकारियाँ और सबूत मिले थे। फॉरेंसिक जाँच भी कराई गई थी जो वायलेंस हुआ था रेड फोर्ट पे, और उसके बाद पुलिस ने 1 लाख रुपए का इनाम दीप सिद्धू पे रखा हुआ था और लगातार दीप सिद्धू को ट्रैक करने की कोशिश कर रही थी। लेकिन दीप सिद्धू ट्रैक नहीं हो पा रहा था। दीप सिद्धू फेसबुक पे प्रेजेंस उसकी दिख रही थी, लेकिन अब ये जो जानकारी मिली है पुलिस को कि ये वीडियो बनाता था, ये अपने फ्रेंड्स को भेज देता था, उसके बाद कैलिफोर्निया वो जाता और वहाँ से उसे अपलोड किया जाता था। और जब इसे पकड़ा गया करनाल के पास से, तो उस वक्त भी ये भागने की फिराक में था। पूर्णिया जाना चाहता था बिहार में, क्योंकि इसकी फैमिली वहां पर थी। और पुलिस का ये कहना है कि जब हम इसका रूट ट्रैक कर रहे हैं कि जब से 26 जनवरी के बाद से ये किन किन जगहों पर गया, तो ये देखने में आया कि कहीं भी बहुत ज़्यादा समय ये रुका नहीं। तो लगातार इसको भी इस बात का अंदेशा था कि क्राइम ब्रांच, दिल्ली पुलिस की स्पेशल सेल इसके पीछे पड़ी हुई है, और यही वजह है कि ये लगातार भागता रहा था और पुलिस को काफ़ी वक्त लगा। लेकिन करनाल के पास जब ये था तो पुलिस ने इसे ट्रैक करके रखा हुआ था, और इसके पहले कि पूर्णिया के लिए निकले पुलिस ने इसे पकड़ लिया। अब पुलिस का ये कहना है कि ही इज़ द वन ऑफ द मेन एक्यूज्ड, यानी अभी पुलिस को कई और लोगों की तलाश है जो इसके साथ लाल किले पर हुई हिंसा की जो पूरा उपद्रव हुआ था इसके साथ शामिल थे।
Jay, thank you very much, Himanshu, for joining us with those details. In fact, like I did mention, many videos that Deep Sidhu uploaded on social media platforms claiming innocence, and this while he was hiding. Let's take a listen what he said time and again through those videos.
ना उत्थे कोई हिंसा कीती, ना किसे पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी नूं असीं डिस्ट्रॉय कीता या उन्हां नुकसान पहुंचाया, ना किसे बंदे नूं असीं मारिया कुੱਟਿਆ, ना साडे बंदे ते कोई इहो जी गल होई। ते जे तुसीं कहो भी ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ मैं गदार हो गया।
Since I have not done anything wrong, so why should I run away and why should I be scared? I'm not scared. I have done nothing wrong, and that will come out.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਮੋਸ਼ਨਲ ਕਰਤਾ। ਮੇਰੀ ਰੂਹ ਅੱਜ ਦੁਖੀ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਗਦਾਰ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹੋ। ਮੈਨੂੰ
ਨਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਹਿੰਸਾ ਕੀਤੀ, ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਪਬਲਿਕ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਸਟਰੋਏ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਪਹੁੰਚਾਇਆ, ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਕੁੱਟਿਆ, ਨਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਇਹੋ ਜੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋਈ। ਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹੋ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਗਦਾਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ।
Since I have not done anything wrong, so why should I run away and why should I be scared? I'm not scared. I have done nothing wrong, and that will come out.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਮੋਸ਼ਨਲ ਕਰਤਾ। ਮੇਰੀ ਰੂਹ ਅੱਜ ਦੁਖੀ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਦਾਰ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਹੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ
Now, rescue operations currently underway to rescue over 30 people still feared trapped inside the Tapovan tunnel. It's been 2 days since the glacial breach in Uttarakhand's Chamoli area, and these 30 people continue to be trapped in debris. The rescue operations are now being conducted through the bigger tunnel in the Tapovan area, which is 180 meters long. Special team of experts, expert mountaineers of Grawal Scouts Mount Mission are trying to drill a hole into that tunnel. A radar underslung helicopter was also deployed to map the extent of damage. Uttarakhand government has requested the centre for a team of scientists to study and map area of damage. 12 people who were rescued from the tunnel yesterday are undergoing treatment at the makeshift ITBP hospital set up at that site. They've complained of body ache as they were hanging on an iron bar for 3 to 4 hours, fearing water and debris. Now, doctors have said that they will recover soon. Meanwhile, the level of slush inside is expected to be a lot more. Despite 3 JCBs working in rotation non-stop, some distance remains to be covered still. The ITBP, Indian Army and the SDRF, the National Disaster Response Force, NDRF as well, are engaged in retrieval in those affected areas.
An electric magnetic depth radar. This is underslung a helicopter. Now this laser radar is meant to carry out a survey of the devastation all across this area. Now this is a radar that is underslung a helicopter. Scientists of the Department of Earth Sciences, they are on board carrying out a study. What they want to figure out is the extent of damage. Now if you look in this area just here, the slush is 50 meters in places, could be even more. Are there air pockets? What is the extent of the damage right from the point where the glacier, a part of the mountain broke, caused a flash flood, led to devastation all across. So this entire area of devastation is being studied. From what officers in the Uttarakhand administration are telling India Today, the Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat requested the Union Home Minister Amit Shah to send a team of scientists who could map the entire extent of damage. Only then would there be an assessment of what steps need to be taken in future to ensure that a tragedy like this is either avoided or its impact is lessened. One lesson learnt is having an early warning system at all avalanche prone areas. That early warning system will be able to alert everyone downstream about what needs to be done and move to higher ground. Some of that seemed to help by the use of social media, but now a scientific process, according to the Uttarakhand government, is underway for finding out the damage, steps that need to be taken, and then a roadmap for rebuilding this area will be undertaken. With cameraman Kripal Singh at Tapovan, Chamoli, Uttarakhand, Gaurav Sawant for India Today.
कोई खबर नहीं मिला है अभी तक।
आपकी कब बात हुई थी?
वही 6 तारीख के शाम को बात हुई थी। उनसे कोई बात नहीं हुई है उनसे।
बिल्कुल आप उम्मीद रखिए, बिल्कुल हौसला रखिए। पता चला आपको?
यहाँ एक लड़का बचा है उसी के साथ का, वही ने बताया।
क्या उम्मीद कर रहे हैं आप? क्या गुहार लगा रहे हैं सरकार से? क्या उम्मीद कर रहे हैं?
क्या करें, हमें तो कह दे हमारे बेटा ढूंढ के दे दे।
Now it's race against time as 31 bodies have been recovered so far and 171 people still missing in Chamoli disaster caused by a glacial burst on Sunday. Drones are now being used to restore mobile network in Raini village, one of the worst hit villages there. This is the same village where the Rishiganga power project was completely destroyed due to the washing away of a bridge in the avalanche at Malari. Rishiganga Hydro Project General Manager Basharat Zargar, who is a resident of Srinagar, is also missing. Unfortunately, the National Disaster Response Forces has in fact said that its personnel recovered 2 bodies from debris in Raini village this morning. In fact, SDRF teams is also doing a dog squad in the area. They're using the dog squad to try and ascertain whether there is any person alive or dead under debris. Private and IAF helicopters have so far distributed around 100 ration kits in the affected areas of 13 villages with a total population of around 2,500. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Trivendra Singh Rawat undertook an aerial survey of the affected areas, visited the ITBP hospital in Joshimath and met the 12 workers who were rescued from a small tunnel in Tapovan.
When human brain and technology gives up, these innocent animals plays a very crucial role and critical role in rescue and relief operation. The sniffing dogs of SDRF are roped in here in Raili village on the second critical crucial day to save lives if there are any under the debris. इनके नाम क्या है और कितना क्रिटिकल रोल होता है इनका?
सर इसका नाम स्वान डस्टिन है और ये स्वान स्ट्राइकर है.
कितना क्रिटिकल, मैं चाहूंगा थोड़ा सा आगे आ जाए धूप में, कितना क्रिटिकल हो जाता है इनका काम इस तरह के ऑपरेशंस में?
सर इनका बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण स्थान है ऐसे ऑपरेशनों में, क्योंकि जहाँ पे मशीनें काम नहीं करती, ह्यूमन ये सोच लेता कि अब नहीं मिलेगा, वहाँ पर सर डॉग काफ़ी सहायता करता है हमारी इस चीज़ के लिए. सर ये या तो स्पीक करता है विक्टिम मिलने के बाद या डिगिंग करता है, खोदता है, वहाँ पे चाहे लाइव हो चाहे डेड हो, तो उसका पता लग जाता है, फिर बॉडी रिकवर कर ली जाती है.
When you see the soldiers from ITBP, SDRF, Army, BRO, police, all personals are working, even these sniff dogs are playing their critical role. And why it is significant, let me show you. The debris is even up to 7 to 8 feet. And looking at the gravity of this disaster, sometimes every role becomes significant. These sniffing dogs are here to find out if there are casualties, if there are live or dead bodies under these debris. But more importantly, because the road connectivity have been damaged, this operation becomes very crucial and critical. And this is going to be a critical day on the second day of the operation at Raini village in Chamoli. At Ground Zero in Raili Vijay, Sanjay Kumar, this is Ashutosh Mishra reporting for India Today.
Now, speaking in the Rajya Sabha on Uttarakhand tragedy, Home Minister Amit Shah said that central agencies and the state is monitoring the situation thoroughly in Uttarakhand. Let's take a listen.
ITBP ने अपना कंट्रोल रूम वहां स्थापित कर लिया है और उनके 450 जवान सभी जरूरी साजो सामान के साथ घटनास्थल पर राहत और बचाव अभियान में लगे हुए हैं. NDRF की 5 टीमें घटनास्थल पर पहुंच चुकी है और राहत और बचाव अभियान में लगी हुई है. आर्मी की 8 टीमें, जिसमें एक इंजीनियरिंग टास्क फोर्स भी शामिल है, घटनास्थल पर बचाव कार्य कर रहा है. एक मेडिकल कॉलम और 2 एम्बुलेंस भी घटनास्थल पर तैनात है. नेवी की एक गोताखोर टीम भी घटनास्थल पर तैनात की गई है. एयरफोर्स के 5 हेलीकॉप्टरों को भी इस कार्य में लगाया गया है. जोशीमठ में भी प्रशासन द्वारा एक कंट्रोल रूम स्थापित किया गया है. घटनास्थल पर विपरीत परिस्थिति में भी घटना के बाद से ही लगातार राहत और बचाव कार्य तुरंत शुरू कर दिया गया था.
Now, late AIADMK Supremo Jayalalitha's closest aide Sasikala is back in Chennai with crowds giving her a rousing reception. On reaching Chennai, Sasikala, freshly out of jail, visited the residence of AIADMK founder late MG Ramachandran. She paid floral tributes along with nephew and AMMK chief TTV Dinakaran. Chinnamma finally reached her residence in T Nagar after completing a 370-kilometer long journey from Bengaluru, which lasted about 24 hours. Hundreds of people gave Sasikala a rousing reception all along the way. In fact, meanwhile, her nephew TTV Dinakaran said that even Rajnikant inquired about Sasikala's health. In her first speech, Sasikala vowed to return to full-fledged politics. She said that AIADMK has faced so much struggle and has emerged like a phoenix. Hitting out at EPS, Chinnamma said that she will not fall prey to oppression. The oppression tactics pulled off by EPS, she says that she will not fall prey to it, slamming him for shutting the Jaya Memorial. Let's quickly cut across. India Today exclusively spoke with Sasikala's nephew, AMMK chief TTV Dinakaran. Nolan Pinto brings us this exclusive.
Was this the kind of response you expected from your supporters?
Because I know about my cadres and office bearers.
Okay.
I know their affection towards our Chinnamma.
Okay.
They are all she's their mother, so they are all welcoming their mother.
All right. So, what is your next action? What do you plan to do next? What does Chinnamma plan to do next?
She has to decide, and she will come and tell you.
All right. So what about the memorial? That is what everyone wants to know. When are you planning to go over there?
I think that after opening only she will go. Okay. Or any other decision if she takes, she will openly tell it.
So I asked you this question yesterday. Was the AIADMK worried about Chinnamma actually coming over here? They expelled a few members whose cars she actually utilized. What do you have to say about that now, today?
This kind of comedies, no, only happening for the last 4 years. Okay. So I can only laugh, that's all.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.